What if there was a place on Earth where people vanish without a trace? Thousands of them and no one can explain why. A place far more dangerous and mysterious than the Bermuda Triangle, yet barely anyone talks about it. That place exists. And it's called the Alaska Triangle. Covering a massive stretch between Anchorage, Juneau, and Barrow, this region has swallowed over 16,000 people since 1970. Entire planes. Experienced hikers. Skilled hunters. Even military personnel. Gone, as if they stepped off the face of the earth. One of the most chilling disappearances was Congressman Hale Boggs, whose plane vanished in 1972 during clear weather. The aircraft has never been found. Not a fragment. Not a scrap. Despite one of the largest search operations in U.S. history, the wilderness remained silent, as if it refused to give him back. But Boggs wasn't the only one. Small planes constantly drop off radar with no distress call, even when flying over stable airspace. Search teams report sudden compass failures, radio blackouts, and bizarre magnetic anomalies that appear and disappear without warning. It's as if reality itself flickers inside this triangle. From this point on, investigators, researchers, and even locals begin to describe the region not just as dangerous, but as something fundamentally different. Something that behaves unpredictably, like a place where the rules of nature occasionally break apart. As you travel deeper into the Alaska Triangle, the first thing you notice is the silence. Not the peaceful kind, the oppressive kind. Pilots flying through the area describe sudden dead zones where radio contact collapses and instruments begin to drift. Some planes return to normal within minutes. Others never return at all. The electromagnetic anomaly theory tries to explain these events scientifically. Alaska sits on one of the largest concentrations of iron-rich rock and quartz on Earth, creating natural interference patterns. Some geologists believe these conditions can distort compasses and even cause localized magnetic vortices, swirling pockets of energy that confuse navigation systems. But skeptics point out that even with magnetic interference, planes don't simply vanish. Wreckage should be found. Debris should appear. But the Alaska Triangle doesn't behave like normal crash zones. It swallows aircraft with surgical precision, leaving no clues behind, as if the land is erasing the evidence. And that's where darker theories begin. Indigenous tribes have spoken for centuries about the Kushtaka, shape-shifting entities that resemble humans but act like predators. They are said to mimic voices, lure people into the wilderness, and drag them into another realm. For many people, this sounds like folklore, but here's the disturbing overlap. Modern disappearances in the Alaska Triangle often involve individuals who wander off suddenly, without explanation. Hikers walking with partners who turn around for 5 seconds, and the person behind them is gone. No tracks, no struggle, no direction of travel. Just an instant disappearance. Search teams have documented cases where dogs refuse to enter certain areas, whining, trembling, or becoming aggressive, reacting to something humans can't see. But the Alaska Triangle contains more than ancient legends. It also hides modern secrets. Scattered through the region are restricted government zones tied to black budget operations, radar testing fields, and secretive research facilities. The most infamous of them is HARP, located in Gakona. Officially, HARP studies the ionosphere. Unofficially, it has been the center of theories involving electromagnetic manipulation, weather control, and energy projection. What's interesting is that HARP sits directly inside the Alaska Triangle, right where many disappearances cluster. Coincidence? Possibly. But the placement raises suspicion about how much the government truly knows about the anomalies in the region, and whether research facilities were intentionally positioned where strange natural forces already exist. Then there are the aerial sightings. Pilots crossing the triangle report shimmering distortions in the sky, like invisible domes or circular patches of air that bend light unnaturally. Some describe flying directly into these distortions and feeling a sudden vibration, like hitting turbulence in perfectly clear skies. Dozens of pilots have independently reported this same phenomenon, a moment where the world feels out of phase, followed by disorientation. These accounts fuel the most extraordinary theory of all, dimensional rifts. According to this view, the Alaska Triangle sits on a geological fault system capable of generating extreme electromagnetic stress. Combined with the region's quartz and iron deposits, this could open temporary energetic fractures, weak spots in reality itself. In other words, portals. This idea may sound like science fiction, but physicists studying the area note that the magnetic signatures in the triangle don't behave randomly. They pulse, they shift, they breathe. Something is happening in the Earth, and whatever it is, it's powerful enough to disrupt electronics, distort navigation, and possibly displace physical matter. Even more disturbing are the stories from search and rescue personnel, the people who have experienced the Alaska Triangle on the ground. One ranger described walking through the forest and watching his compass spin like a wheel. The moment he stepped 3 feet to the left, it corrected itself. 3 feet back, chaos again. Another ranger said he heard footsteps circling him at night, but his flashlight revealed nothing. A third ranger claimed he saw a figure standing among the trees, tall, dark, and motionless. When he blinked, it was gone. Not every disappearance is supernatural. Harsh conditions, animal attacks, rapid weather shifts, all are real dangers. But none of those account for the sheer number of people missing, or the total absence of physical remains. Nature leaves evidence. Predators leave bones. Crashes leave wreckage. The Alaska Triangle often leaves nothing. Even stranger, some people who disappear come back, alive but changed. A handful of survivors have been found wandering alone, disoriented, hours or days after vanishing. They report missing time, strange dreams, or the overwhelming feeling that they were being watched by something they couldn't see. Others describe waking up miles from where they were last seen with no memory of how they got there. These cases are rarely publicized, but they exist, hidden in local police logs, SAR records, and private testimonies. And all of them share the same haunting thread. They don't remember where they went, or what took them. Whether the Alaska Triangle is home to natural anomalies, secret technology, ancient entities, or dimensional fractures, one thing is undeniable. This region behaves unlike anywhere else on Earth. A place that takes, a place that conceals, a place where the known world grows thin. And until humanity understands what's happening inside that frozen wilderness, the disappearances will continue. Because the Alaska Triangle is not just a location. It's a phenomenon, one that does not give back what it claims. If you want more deep investigations and dark hidden truths like this, follow the channel and subscribe.